playing some Madden 19 online head-to-head. I have yet to do this on this game, so let's just get into it. I don't have really a ranking, so I'm just gonna have to do it this way. That's gonna be the way to do it. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Always gotta rep the team. Yes, I would like to continue searching for an opponent. What's up, guys?
I'm watching.
God, they don't know how to close my door, though. While I'm waiting for this, I need to go check something. Yes, I'm still searching. Here we go, we got a game. Let's see, who we gonna play against? Yeah, it's been a while since I've played against online players. I've played against my brother this morning, so guess that's decent, I wanna say. Let's see. I'm kind of thinking about doing a franchise series. Every game I play for my franchise, I'm gonna play it on here, show you guys, see how you guys like it. What's up, guys?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
I don't care what the coaching suggestions is. I like to play a certain way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I get myself set up, I gotta go
4 down, check.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
I hate people who take forever to pick plays, too. So how's you guys' day been?
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chain. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So this dude's going to go for it. Bad move, dude. Bad move.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
I feel like I've played this dude in like another game. Either that or we're going to hit Jeff Swim. 4 down, 4 down. But we're definitely going to act like we're making adjustments.
Gun. Hey, we heavy on the... Let's go, get out.
A first down throw for Prescott. And his first pass is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
5 down. Stand up in.
I hope this dude goes all the way across.
Here you go.
26. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A beautiful fake. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. The give is to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Here we go. 47.
Yeah, I'm liking that. Well, let's
48 for Mike.
No.
Go,
Cooper.
Gun.
And put Jarwin on an out.
Watch safety. Here we go. 47.
I think that'd be a great play.
Safety's creeping.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
We're going to use this cover 2 sink, but we're just going to dominate them from there.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
First, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
What?
46.
It says one person watching.
26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Okay, so I know his favorite thing. His thing's blitz. So Zeke's already on a block. We're going to streak Gallup.
A second down throw for Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And that's caught by Beasley. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
They're going to really notice it and see that's my favorite play, so I'm going to change it. Even though it's not even my favorite play, it just happens to be something I use. And so I can see they're always ready for the run, though. Always.
Here we go, 47. Here you go.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And then he drops it.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Prescott, and he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Because they ain't going to get far.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Throwing, Prescott, and that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand.
More likely, they're going to go for it and then realize it was a dumb idea.
Hey, we are.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Prescott now. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Elliott a 1st down and more. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A give to Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're going to skip this real quick. We're going to lock them up, make sure no
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Honestly, I should pause and switch Lawrence to the left side. Because I'm more...
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Interception, Wilson.
Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Drive with Elliott. Spinning again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A give to Elliott running left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Elliott, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
87's mine. I got you. Go 47. 26. You can't block me. You go tight. Switch and 26.
Prescott from the gun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
So, we'll just lock them up again up here, or...
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the 2nd half gets underway. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
It's done.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third and long for Prescott.
Like
and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Demotion stuff
Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott letting one go deep for the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
47. They're going back to the run game, knowing that their pass game is...
Here's Elliott.
He got run
he's got a little... Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
7-0, okay. It's been a good game. It's been 0-0 a while. I could have.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
But I like.
And here's Lewis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This is Elliott. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Guy's had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. And they'll go on the ground. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
He thinks I'm still going to freaking play that dive. I'm like, go.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I'll do the same thing again. Mess with him. I love it. Never knows what
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
I got a really good idea. I know what he's going to do. He's going to line everybody up, and then he's going to try pushing me back. I got a really good idea.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You got 4. Here we go, 47.
It's a keeper with Prescott, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
I thought it was like barely going to, I wasn't going to get it either, but.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott.
Touchdown.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And here's Lewis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Wide 80.
On the sneak, it's Prescott.
No,
and he is
not
not
gonna
going
work.
anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Start there, over here. Start there. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, 28-yard line. Here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw for Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult.
Oh, he's rage quitting. We got a rage quitter. Come on, bro. Don't sit there. Just quit if you don't want it. Bro, I hate people who are just gonna sit there. Come on. You really mad because I intercepted the ball? I've gotten like 3 interceptions on you. Bro.
Difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
We got another
Let's go. Let's finish now. Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
He's going to be ready for that. So we're going to try a quick little... Ooh, I like that play.
The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go, 47. Stand up in. What do you think? SOS.
Here's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. But Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
Hey, alert 48. Here we go, 46. Rip left. 46.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go, kill. 26.
Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Let's get it.
Dude, you can waste all your time. I don't need it.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 180. 186.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with time running out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Yep, exactly what I thought. I'm not falling for it, so I'm going to hit with a tight rematch.
And now they're going to go for two and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
Here we go, 180. 13, fellas, 13, watch 13. Check.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the two-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all.
But that's not me. I don't like it. I'm going to just lock that stuff up. Don't care if it's intercepted because more likely I win. You know, honestly, he's probably going to go for a onside, but it's either split.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Well, that's a free 40 yards.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'm just going to loft it up. I don't care. It's not going to bother me. He has no timeout, so he got to get it first play or no play. Simple for him. It's perfect.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
I see that blitz over there.
41's the will. Yo. Here we go, 47. Hey, we're going right there.
And
Throwing here, Prescott. Airing it out for Hearns. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Literally, everybody wants to talk to me when I'm live streaming.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Yeah. This is a really close game. We didn't start scoring until third quarter. Well, I didn't really start scoring until fourth, so. Yeah. It's not bad. I think we could have done better, but a game's a game. So, let's see. Our ranking definitely went up. I think we'll play one more match and then we'll end it. So let's see. Yes, I hate when it does this. Oh, here we go. We got a game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Sony Michel, his first carry, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
4 down. 4 down. Alert.
49, check 49, check 49.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I need to concentrate on this game. I'm not paying attention. It's going to make me lose.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the zone. Alpha, go. Hey, watch 11,
Brady
It's tough.
looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know his favorite things. Bro, don't show it all too early. That's your problem.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Show everything you're good at too
One
early.
play at a time now.
Check, 4 down.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Tyrone Crawford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's clamped. And then you get sacked.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
29,
Mix some stuff up.
From the gun, it's Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski.
That was my fault.
A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 42 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Back.
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
You're going to probably jump on some of these lives with me and try dominating, but it's not easy.
Check 24.
Alright, okay, I see it's around.
On the toss, here's Michel. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
I had someone there.
Dwayne Allen from 8 yards out. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
Oh, I could have called that. We'll mess with them. They would never expect the first play to ever be what I just pressed. But you guys should already know, so I don't have to say it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We got 3. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there.
Watch the motion. 552. I got wide, I got wide.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
I don't know what I want to do yet. Because he takes forever to find his plays. Forever to pick them.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
A give. This is Michel. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
3 down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Bro, come on. Why do you take forever? Bro. He takes forever. Pisses me off. Oh, he's waiting the clock out.
Go!
Well, he was going to try.
Now he'll throw with Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. New England on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Brady's going to sneak it, and he will push forward and pick up the first down. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. White 20, white 20. Check. Wait,
To throw, it's Brady. And down he goes.
He can't take the
Second
pressure.
goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
He's going to feel it. I feel it. I'm going to ice that kicker, too.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Regular.
Shotgun now for Brady. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
I got it. Mike's 54.
Final play of the half. Prescott airing it out for Hearns. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 6 there on first. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a head.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 8. Hey, 40.
Third and long for Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
It's coming now.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Odd. 5 down.
It's a keeper with Prescott. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
47.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Tight ends right. Tight ends right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Let's go on. No, 66.
Check 50.
Keep it, boys.
Check 43.
Trying to shake off the interception for the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Y'all all saw it. It was a glitch.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
12 to mine. 12 to mine.
On play action, now Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And Brady will sneak it. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Alabama. Green 80. Wait, 20. Wait, 20.
Now a pitch out to Michelle. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Tight. Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends right.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20.
Brady to throw on second down. Pass incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
4 down. 4 down.
On third down, Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. Brady to Gronkowski for the Patriot first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Let's go!
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Wicket!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back now in Arlington. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
Let's go, let's go!
Hey, turn it up.
Goal 50! Like 20! Like 20!
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. New England on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
20! Wide 20!
Alert flare.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
20! Wide 80! Go!
From the gun, Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Ryan Allen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Still fighting. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out come the Patriots. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
20! Like 20!
They go play action here on 1st down. Allen has it, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Brady, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 26, check 26. Mike's 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Needed that.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Take the edge, take the edge. Go, go.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check at 47.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. A give to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
And they'll run it here. And he'll at least get them inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
See if I can get him on the same play again. Almost. I think I can do it.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Should have waited a little longer. I tried like hitting down on a cut, which usually blitzes all those people in as well. I'm not trying to get hit as easy.
Tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down. 4 down.
Back to throw, Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
I have my play set up to destroy you either way. You gotta get in field goal range, otherwise we're going to overtime more likely. I don't want overtime, even though it might happen.
Here we go.
Yep.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
I'm ready
Single
for deep
receiver.
passes too.
Wait, 20!
Now Brady. And Allen's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
I could use some 15.
Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Especially how well he was doing.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Bro, you don't understand. 9 seconds is all I need.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, 47. Gun. Here we go, 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So the Patriots coming out now, set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Sam! 29, Alpha!
So after the INT, it's Brady. His throw incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
I know what he's doing. He did this last time and it didn't work well.
Check 3.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
Here we go!
4 down. Check. He's coming.
Regular!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go!
Bro, don't try the run. It's not going to work right now.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
66. Tom!
On 1st down, Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And something tells me the moment of overtime won't be too big for number 12, Tom Brady.
Well, the best that have ever played have always taken big moments and treated them as little moments, right? Each play is going to be kind of the same, but they know how to rise to the occasion as well. And let's face it, Tom Brady, I think he'll enjoy playing in overtime and trying to be the guy that leads his team to victory.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy.
Check it. Wait 20. Wait 20.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run with Michel. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime.
guys later.